I'm Holly Bell, I'm a recipe writer and I blog at Recipes from a Normal Mum. I'm back in the Scoff kitchen today for my Keep Calm and Bake series, making some delicious granola muffins. Okay, so the first thing we do, I'm just going to add all the dry ingredients. So I've got some granola here. You can use whatever you like. You might have a low sugar one at home, might have one with chocolate. It depends, whatever you fancy. And then I've got some brown sugar here. If you don't have brown sugar, then you could use just regular white caster sugar, that's fine. I've got some baking powder and some bicarbonate of soda. It's important that you do use both of those, okay? I've got a little bit of salt as well. Add that in, and then I've got some plain flour, so that goes in as well. Okay, so the mixing, get these really well mixed so that the granola is well coated in all of the ingredients. So that's really well mixed. I'm going to leave that to the side now, and then I'm just going to deal with all the wet ingredients. So I've got a lemon here, and I'm just going to grate that, just zest it really gently into the milk. You don't want loads and loads, so try not to go all the way down. Don't get any of the white pith in here, because if you do, it's quite bitter. Now you could use, if you don't have lemon, you could use orange, you could use lime. You don't have to add any in if you don't want at all. It's one of those things, some people always have lemons in their kitchen, other people don't. So totally up to you. Okay, just going to scrape that all down. And then I'm going to just cut the lemon in half. So just squeeze the lemon and add that into the milk. And we're going to put both halves of the juice in. And then I've got here some vanilla extract, and I'm going to add about a tablespoon into there. And then the last thing is some vegetable oil. Now, if you don't have vegetable oil, you could use pretty much whatever you've got in the cupboard. Just beware, if you use olive oil, it has got quite a strong flavour compared to other oils. And if you do use groundnut oil, just be aware that obviously that's made from peanuts, so don't give that to anyone who's got a peanut allergy. So that's mixed up. And then all that's left to do is to add this into the dry ingredients. So make a slight well in the middle, and then pour this in. Okay, now keep hold of the jug, because that's really useful for later when we come to pour this mixture into the cases. So give it a good stir. Now, because this has bicarbonate of soda in it, what you mustn't do is sort of make it and then walk off and leave it, because after about 3 to 4 minutes, it will start to be slightly the worse for wear. You do need to get it into the oven. Okay, so it's a really wet mixture. You can see that there, which is why this jug is so useful. Don't wash it up, just put it straight back in. There we go. Okay, so now I have got this tray here, which has been lined with cupcake cases, sort of like muffin or cupcake. Make sure that your oven is preheated at this point, because obviously it needs to be at a hot temperature, because these are muffins. And then, it's quite messy, this bit, I'm going to warn you. Start to pour to start off about halfway. Okay, so last but not least, I've got a little bit of granola reserved here, and just sprinkle a bit of that into the top of each muffin. You don't have to add loads, it just looks quite pretty when it comes out, to be honest. It gives a bit of crunch on the top. So straight into the oven, 200 degrees centigrade, that's gas mark 6, it's quite high temperature. Don't let it sit around because of the bicarbonate of soda, and it'll be ready in next to no time at all. So the granola muffins are out of the oven, they're still warm and they smell really lemony, they're delicious smelling. If you make them, I'd love to see them. You can tweet me at hollybellmummy and at Scoff Food. Don't forget to subscribe and give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time.